knocking down a three-pointer, knocking down his middies, So the confidence level that he's playing with right now, we're going to need to bottle that up and bring it to that, the next game.
Thought the way it came out, you made a resolution to be a distributor this year. Didn't take a lot of shots early, but that's just the way they were playing you.
You've been around me enough to know that I just try to play the game as the right way and not try to force too much. Sometimes I do, but I felt tonight they made a conscious effort to get the ball out of my hands. So I try to be as efficient as possible. Still ended up with 6 turnovers, but I felt like I made some good plays out of that too.
Hi, Kevin. This is Simone from AA Sports Connect Hong Kong. 6 players have scored double figure tonight. What does this win say about this group and the way you guys are playing together?
Yeah, just a versatile group that can, anybody can be the point of attack on both ends, actually, defense and offense. Different guys can command the group. And you look down the line, you see 12 shots, 15 shots, 10 shots, 12. I mean, when you see that type of mixture in shot attempts, that means we're playing together, we're playing off of each other. And it's going to be games like that. It might be some games where we got to take 20-plus shots, but I think we'd be able to adapt to different situations, and that's what makes us a good team.
What have you liked about Tari and Jabari in the corner hitting those threes?
Man, they're just reliable to knock down those shots. They're shooting them with confidence, and then they big athletic guys, too, that can drive the closeouts and get to the rim. So teams like tonight where they missing 3 or 4 players, they're going to try to do anything they can to stay into the game. So they might trap, they might play zone, they might hit at half court. I think we're more prepared for that than we were in the past, and I think it was only going to get better. So this is a good step for us playing against a team that approaches the game defensively like that.
I was thinking about you the other night with Nicole's injury. You had that kind of happen a couple of years when you were here, guys falling into your leg and getting injured on. Are you surprised that doesn't happen more with some of you guys in the small space?
No, I mean, it's one of those freak things when it's almost like you can't control it, The one thing I don't want to see with Nicola is, like, they start calling me injury prone after that, but hopefully they don't start with him. I mean, because there's one of those freak injuries that you can't really control. You can do all of the work you can, but somebody fall into your knee, it's tough. So it's good to see it's only 4 weeks and it's nothing too big. It wasn't an MCL sprain or level 2 or feel like it was just a tweak, and he can be back out there soon. I mean, he's great for the game, and we want to see the best players on the floor at all times.
I got a couple more, Kevin. Saw you talking on the floor with Cam Thomas a little bit. Just talked to Durant right now about his relationship. The first thing he said was, Cam, you got to pay him. What do you think about Cam, obviously, ex-teammate of yours, and kind of his future in the league?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Cam has a bright future, and it just takes somebody to believe in his talent and his skill. I mean, scores and guys that score the basketball at a high rate, they get taken for granted in this league a bit. I mean, we're so used to loving defenders and playmakers and guys that can be connectors, and sometimes scorers get taken for granted. And so hopefully somebody takes a chance on Cam and gives him what he deserves and puts the ball in his hands and, builds around him and let him grow into a player. Because what is he, 24? Still got a lot of time in this league to keep getting better. So, hopefully a team, put some trust in him.
Last one for Kevin, please.
You're very familiar with his game, obviously. What do you kind of see as like the next step or the next evolution of his game?
It's playing with more seasoned veteran players. I think that the turnaround on the roster since I left, since Kyrie left, has been turnaround. I mean, every year you might have 4 or 5 new two-ways, rookies, free agents guys. Like, there's no continuity, I think having Jordy here for what's the 2nd year now, I think that's helping. I think that, continuity is key, but when you got a different coach, different set of players, you drafted 7 new players this year, and you throwing 5, then you throw them into the rotation. It's going to take some time for everybody to figure themselves out, especially a young group, So I felt like he's had a new young group every year, you know what I'm saying? And it's tough for anybody, coaches, the GMs, the assistant coaches. We all trying to figure out the best way to play, and I think Cam is just stuck in that right now. And he's the biggest name. He scores the most, so he's going to take all the blame for everything, So But once you take a deep dive into what this team is trying to do, this franchise is trying to do, you see some great talent along the roster and guys that's just trying to figure it out. So Cam's one of those guys to me.